Welcome back to the Thanksgiving Tournament Expert Division Weekend Round Hole number 5. Here we're going to be playing a Kingmaker Sniper Bounce Up shot for the Albatross. The adjustment for this drive is P3 minus 75% min numbers. Alright, P3 minus 75 min. It's a no move target shot using a Kingmaker. APOC 4 plus, Sniper 9 plus. With that being said, I've only tested this shot with a Kingmaker, so if you're going to use a Wind 4 or Wind 5 or Wind 2 ball, then you're going to need to test it because it's definitely going to play different, especially on the drive. But all level wins with a Kingmaker have been good here. The spin set is 1 backspin, 3 left spin. Now, what we're going to need to do is pay attention to our wind angle here because it's going to change the amount of curl required for the drive depending on which wind angle you get. There's only 2 here, so it's a fairly simple tweak, but it's something that's important because if you catch the crosswind angle and you don't reduce the curl, it comes very close to the rough, and it is definitely not any kind of great proof. So, and you'll also end up a lot closer to the hole, which makes the approach play differently. So, what we're looking at here when we line up is this tree right here, right? There's 3 little bushes right in front of it. That's that's the tree we want to focus on. So we're going to split that tree right down the center. Anything to the left, crosswind. Anything to the right is neutral. Okay? In the crosswind angle, you're going to use less left curl, and you'll see why in a second. So if you look at this shot and how I'm pulling it, I'm actually pulling it down and to the right. So it's a slight right to left tailwind, which is going to push my ball further to the left. All right. And so if we use the standard curl, then we're going to end up too close to that rough on the left. But this is what you want to look for, right? This center line is splitting the top tip of the triangle right here. Okay? Right here. That is the amount of curl. It's full controlled overpower, right? We're just adjusting a couple of rings from a no move target, which is very simple. And then it's full controlled overpower, so we got a nice slow needle, and we got a couple of easy references for curl. This curl is crosswind curl. I'm going to show you the neutral curl in a second. Neutral curl is center line touching the outside of the shot circle, just for the record. But full OP, nice slow needle. The best to hit perfect. Minor greats are safe here. So that's pretty much right where we're going to want to be. That's going to put us less than 10 rings from min with our sniper shot. And so if we look at this wind angle here, this is in our neutral angle. See, this is the tree that we're looking at, the center of it. I'm to the right of it, so it's neutral. But just so you know, um, I've had wind angles all the way from here all the way to over here. All right, anything over here has all been tested. The only ones that really need any attention to are the ones over to the left. But that's just to show you the amount of difference in wind angles that I've seen on this hole so far. And it's the reason that we have to change the curl a little bit. But minor tweak, so you're either going to use APOC 5 right curl, or you're going to use top tip of the triangle right curl. I'm sorry, left curl. P3 minus 75% min numbers, no moving target, kingmaker, 1 back, 3 left. The approach shot is very similar to what we were doing in the, I believe it was opening round. We're going to play this with a set spin. We're going to count rings for min. The adjustment for the approach shot is P3 plus 10% at slider. We're using set spins of 3 right spin and 2 top spin. 3 right, 2 top. Set your spin, find the min club, and then count your rings up from min. You want to count your rings up from min until your second bounce is just before the fringe, right there, and then the tip of the ball guide is touching the line, one line right of the hole, right? So pretty easy setup. If you get your drive sorted, you will be most likely less than 10 rings from min with your push up. So, but if you hit a great right, or you catch a hard left to right tailwind and you're further from the hole, um, the most I've counted, I think, was 20 rings, right around 20 rings, and that was with a great right. So P3, 10%, add slider, set up as shown, and no curl, no overpower, pull straight. There are a couple of wind angles as well on this approach shot that do need some tweaks. They're not 100% sorted, but what I'll tell you is look at the wind angle here on my drop. This was the what I would call neutral angle, and it doesn't require any change, but there is a more tailwind angle and then there is a more crosswind angle on your approach shot. My recommendation is, and this is going to sound silly, but 1 click of overpower for the tailwind and 1 click of underpower for the crosswind. All right, and it sounds backwards, but that is what I think will get you, because the tailwind, we're adjusting too far down the hill. We lose too much elevation when we adjust for the tailwind, and that's a slight slope downhill. So because we're adjusting downhill, when we get the tailwind, we're adjusting further down the hill and we end up coming up short. Same with the crosswind. When we adjust to the left, we're not adjusting down the hill, so we're not getting the decrease in elevation that we normally get, and then we end up coming in hot. So that's the reason, in case you were wondering. Anyway, good chance for an albatross with a free to play. If you pay attention to all the little tweaks, practice this one a couple of times, get your setups. You should hopefully be walking away from this one with the albatross. Good luck, everyone. Oh, by the way, rings pushed up for min. 1 is 3, 2 is 5, 3 is 8, 4 is 11, 5 is 13, 6 is 16, 7 is 18% slider, 8 is 21, 9 is 24, 10 rings is 27, 11 is 29, 12 is 32, 13 is 35, 14 is 38, 15 is 41, 16 is 43, 17 is 46, 18 is 49, 19 is 51 and 20 is 54. Good luck.